man, I seen Bruce and Meth Vane. He did a video, man, and it was Shakur Stevenson and T.O. going back and forth on Twitter about why the fight not being signed. And he said something that I think pretty much we all know to be factual, is that, you know, black fighters don't want to fight black fighters, you know. And I'm gonna take it a step deeper than he did about it. The thing about it is this: they've been conditioned to, you know, want to fight Hispanic fighters, and, you know, they tell them because it's more lucrative. But if you look historically at the highest grossing fights, that's not true, because they feel it's easier. Just think about this for a minute. Brian Norman Jr., and there's no disrespect to, you know, him or his father or nothing like that, but they probably gonna take it as disrespect. It's no disrespect to them, but when they was like fighting brothers on Top Rank, they ain't look good. They didn't look good at all. They look sloppy. They look terrible. I mean, it was trash. You know, that's why Top Rank was 2 steps away from, like, if they lost that Santiano fight, they was gonna release Brian Norman Jr., right? And he got signed off the gym hype, you know, knocking out Bud or dropping Bud in sparring, the rumors, beating old Tank. The hype was so good in the gym, okay? But when he fought a Mexican, it was the best version of Brian Norman Jr. we seen. That's really what it really is. When Shakur fought Edwin De Los Santos from the Dominican Republic, I'm not black, I'm Dominican. When he fought him, what the deal was? Be real, what the deal? I mean, he ran. He said he been cooking with fish grease. Bruce and Fade, he been the hottest nigga out here on the boxer streets. He been cooking with fish grease because he been speaking facts, bro. Like, he spoke about Shakur really don't want to fight Tank. He just clout chasing Tank. He clout chasing and clout chasing and clout chasing, but he really don't want to fight Tank. And one of the commenters said on that whole Shakur T.O. thread he posted on this video, he said, you know, even without Tank, y'all refuse to make fights, but y'all blame Tank. Great point. You got a great point. Even without Tank, they still can't make fights. He didn't want to take 25% to fight Devin Haney, and people want to become mathematicians and accountants and shit. Devin Haney went and took the risk versus your company twice. Took a bad deal. He compromised. It's your time to compromise. Shakur Stevenson is just like the rest of these niggas. They don't want to fight nobody. They want to fight Hispanic fighters because it's an easy lick. It's an easy fight for them. But when it comes, it's just like the Eastern European. Like, better be Evan Beeble. As you see, Beeble didn't want to fight him. He didn't want to fight him to begin with. Derevchenko, Triple G didn't want to fight. They hate fighting each other. You know, it's just, I remember Triple G could have fought Matt Korobov before Andy Lee stopped him. He wasn't trying to fight Matt Korobov neither. They don't like fighting each other because when y'all fight each other, you understand, like, damn, you know what? He know my tricks. You know, he know my tricks. He know what make me tick and all that stuff. So for the most part, I get it. But the thing about it is, these guys, they want to do the same formula with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. The formula is, let's build it, really not fight nobody that's gonna beat us. Might be a surprise or two there. Marquez knocking them out. And then when we can't finesse the fans out of no more money, then let's fight. It ain't like, okay, like Floyd did versus De La Hoya, cash in, you know, and I'm the cash cow. No, they want to wait to the twilight of their career to cash in and be like Terrence Crawford. There's no disrespect to him, but 38 years old and like, okay, I'm looking for the big money fight still. That cash-in fight shouldn't be late in your career. You know, that cash-in fight, especially you fighting in your 20s, 22, 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? That should be... You should be ready to cash in 27, 28. You know what I'm saying? You should be ready to fight that big fight then. Then you got 28, 29, 30. You can really enjoy making money. A lot of these guys but they don't believe they can win. And that's the problem with it. They don't believe they can cash in when they're young. They think if they lose, it's all over with. They don't think they can cash in when they're young. They don't think they can cash in when they're young. I'm telling you that right now. They don't believe it. They don't think they can win. Brian Norman Jr. just said, I'll fight Boots, but you know, when I can't make 147 no more, then I feel like, nigga, what's the point even saying it then? What's the point even saying it? It's not like if I get the belt or if I can't do this and I can't, that's not even the point of it. You know? So when we look at it, it's like, yeah, of course they don't really want to fight each other. It's a difficult win. They think if I lose, it's the end of the road, and it's not. Wasn't the end of the road for Muhammad Ali, wasn't the end of the road for George Foreman, wasn't the end of the road for, you know, Hearns, Hagler, Leonard, Nunn. I mean, a lot of these guys lost. James Toney, Roy Jones, you know, the end of the road. But he right. These guys do not want to fight each other. They don't want to make money. That's why they got so much vitriol on Twitter. And I would believe, in my humble opinion, I think it's just like Terrence Crawford said with the promoters. CJ, what the Crawford said, all behind the scenes, they cool with each other. But on wax, it make it seem like, oh, they beefing, but they cool. Because they don't want to make the best fights. Same thing with these Twitter finger, Shakur Twitterson. Same thing with Javante, and all them niggas really cool. They beef because they don't want to fight each other. Devin Haney the only one willing to fight, and he get all the hate. Crawford the only one willing to fight everybody, he get all the hate. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? That's super duper crazy. You get all the hatred. So the audio, it worked, but I don't think the audio was working through the microphone. But hopefully it didn't cut off, but we'll figure it out. So I was saying, they really don't want to fight each other. You know, and at the end of the day, they cool behind the scenes, but they beefing with each other on the surface. That's all it is. You know, these brothers don't want to get money together. They don't want to fight each other. And it used to be a thing like, if I'm the best, I want to prove it. It's to the point where, you know, our gladiators, which is our sportsmen today, they used to go seek the toughest challenge. They used to go seek the hardest challenge. They used to go seek that shit. They used to go seek it. And now everybody going to the path of least resistance. Everybody trying to look the easy way out and nickel and dime, because don't nobody believe they can cash in and win. That's a fact. Don't nobody believe they can cash in and win. That's just what it is. That don't nobody really believe in themselves. All these niggas talking about they one day don't want to fight, because if Shakur wanted lightweight supremacy, he would have took the 25% versus Devin. He don't believe he can win. He just talk. I agree with Bruce. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to fight nobody. That is a fact. There's more Leo Santa Cruzes out here than guys like Usyk and Terrence Crawford and them. These niggas just be talking. And a lot of times it be so much money on the floor that they gotta take the fight. I don't really even think Norman and them really want to take that fight, to be real. I ain't saying they're gonna lose, but I don't really think they really want to take that fight. It's just so much money, and Top Rank don't have a TV network that they don't know when else they're gonna make bread. You know, but you know, that's the times we living in, bro. Like, it's just to the point where, you know, The small hat community then, emasculated the sport. If you think about it, they emasculate our sportsmen. You know what I'm saying? You can't, all the guys that give off, masculinity, tough guy. Guys like Vontez Burfict and guys that's real hitters. You know what I'm saying? Like Ronnie Lott and tough guys back in the day like Ben Wallace and rest in power to Dikembe Mutombo. You can't even touch nobody in sports no more, bro. You can't even be physical no more. Y'all don't see, man, wherever these people go, they destroy, bro, historically. They just butt broke Snoop Dogg, bro. He ain't believing that shit, and all of a sudden, he putting it into his children programming. Why do they want to change? Why do they want to feminize men? But you know why? When they look at black men, they see masculinity. They see strength. They see size. They see what they can never be. They see what they can never be. And I wish the brothers wake up and see it, man. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree. Peace.